Can you make the horn beep? Push it. Should we try? Ready? Oh. Can Luke do it?
No.
Yeah, big truck. Is it fun to run in here? Oh, what's that?
Money.
A money? Oh, is that for Luke? Put it in your pocket. Yeah, that one. There you go. How fast can you run in here? Wow! What are we gonna put in here? What are we gonna put in this truck?
No. Oh. Or two.
All our stuff? Yeah. That's right, go up the ramp. And then run!
I'm going back to the place I ran from. Palm trees, broken roads, desert doubles.
Well, I put the brake together and the belt is on. Now it's time to install the hydraulic reservoir. Unfortunately, it's Thursday today and we move on Monday and I woke up with a cold, so isn't that just the best timing? Well, I'm going to work on this for a little while at least, and probably go lay down for a while. So this tank has a little transfer tube. This is how the fluid returns back to the motor. This is where the filter is. So we're just gonna mount it, I guess, and get everything kind of loosely in place. And then we'll worry about snugging everything up afterwards. There we go. That's not too bad. One of these goes here. Where's mine? There it is. We'll just do this up kind of loosely. And one goes under here. You really can't get at it by hand. Well, this could be interesting. Oh, bit of paper. There. Awkward. I I remember now that this third bolt was missing its aluminum sealing washer, and that's fairly important. Well, I just don't have any sealing washers around, so I'm just going to use some form a gasket around it and hope for the best. Well, the manual lets us down and doesn't talk about reinstalling the reservoir, so I don't have a torque spec for those. So I'm just gonna do them, you know, so it feels right. And that'll have to do. Feels all right. 37, right in the middle. Okay, good stuff. Hydraulic filter is no longer available. There's no crossover, there's nothing. It's just doesn't exist. So I've let it drain all this time, and that's as good as it's gonna get. And I've made up our gasket, which turned out not bad for a guy who's packed up all his tools. I'm gonna go clean off these bolt heads, and then we'll start assembly. Something like this. Okay, I think that's kind of worked. Okay, time to add some fluid. We're just gonna use regular old Dexron 3 here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough to fill this thing. Might have to buy more, but at least maybe we'll get enough in here to know if it's gonna leak. We fill it up to within half an inch of the hole or so. I have no idea where we're at so far. I'm sure we're nowhere close. Yeah, nowhere close. Found a bit more fluid. I'm sure as soon as I fire it up, it's gonna suck in a bunch of fluid. Mess again. Jeepers. Oh, we got it right full this time. Oh boy. Okay, well, what a mess. Bad news. I came in to find a leak right down there from this directional control shaft. It's just O-rings in there, so that's easy, but the pump housing here is full of oil from the reservoir, and there's no real drain. So I'm gonna suck out the reservoir with the vacuum pump and then get as much out of it as I can, I guess, and then just pull that off and make a big mess on the floor because I don't really have time for anything else. Get new O-rings in there, put it back together, and hopefully, it'll stop leaking. Well, there's our problem. Torn right up, pretty stiff too. So we'll put a new O-ring in the housing there and put it back together, and then we can refill it, and hopefully that will be good. Well, remarkably, I had an O-ring that was the right size, and it doesn't look like it's leaking. I filled it up again. So I think the next thing to do is fire it up and see if we have drive. I've jacked it up. I don't know if this thing's going to start. It hasn't started in a long time, and this is not the best battery. And we're gonna have to put a charger on. Oh, I packed that. Oh. Nice. Well, I did not expect to get this far along with old Jake today, but basically I shouldn't get too excited until I drive it around, and I do want to adjust up the carburetor just a little bit. It's got that surge, but which might be the governor, but basically this is as far as I'm going to take old Jake. It's pretty much ready to go back on the market, so that's pretty awesome. I mean, it wasn't a life ruiner. It's not going to ruin someone else's life to take it on and push it a little farther towards those big goalposts at the end. And I think we've given somebody an opportunity at a really unique project. It's not too hard, and you know, you're not really too worried about rivet counters. So I think we can be really proud of what's been accomplished here. And I would take this out for a drive, but honestly, I'm beat. So I'm going to go have a nap.